So we can go ahead and start whenever we're ready. How we all feeling? We good?
Yep. Yep, for the most part.
Alrighty then. So I'm not hearing no, so let's go ahead and get started. ah, Welcome everybody to Urban Jungle, the game of animal people, terrible cults, and urban noir in the 1920s in our dear city of Tracoga out on the Great Lakes. Uh, let's go ahead and start with introducing everybody. Let's go ahead and start with Theta. Tell us, who are you playing?
I am Dante, the original famous sloth magician slash clairvoyant slash fortune teller slash dedekind. My personality is mercurial. My motto is always face the curtain with a bow. My goal is to put it. I don't know what goals are current anymore.
That's okay. We'll hear plenty of goals from other people. So let's go ahead and move along. James or EHH.
I am James Green, a dear knight debunker. My personality is skeptical, and my motto is "There's got to be a logical explanation." My goals are to make a name for myself as a debunker, debunk a quote psychic. I think we've already put an end to the Will Squeeze as close as we can see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
The
I
entity
think
of Willow Springs.
Okay, stop Osborne. Make a magazine that make the magazine more than a front, and find Tim.
Yeah, finding the temple. Let's move along. Cody.
Hey everyone, my name is Edmund. I am a gecko loser reporter slash spy. My motto is no matter how much you try to hide your dirty secret, I'll find it out. And I hope you got a good smile for the paper. My goals are, oh, I guess we did the entity of Little Springs, right?
No, you have not finished it off,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
But you
then
did
we'll go for
drive it off, which is an accomplishment in itself.
fair. Okay, then it is put an end to the entity of Little Springs. Stop, Osborne, and find a hidden temple.
Wonderful. Ender. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am playing Zechariah Jericho. He is a bat knight telekinetic with a protective personality. His motto is I won't let the people I love get hurt, never again. And he has the party goals of stopping Osborne for good, finding the location of the hidden temple, and I thought we crossed off the entity of Willow Springs, but I suppose that's still on the docket as well. And then he also has the personal goal of finding out more about the ritual that killed his brother.
All right, excellent. And last but not least, Rafferty. Who are you playing today?
Hello, world. I am playing Claudia Greathouse, aka the Woman in Black, a rich fox mass vigilante slash monster hunter whose motto is justice tempered by mercy. I also want to go ahead and stop Osborne, and have the sideline goal of find the Temple of the Strong Force, which I'm sure is up to no good. And yeah, I also thought that we had finally destroyed the entity of Willow Springs, so I thought you gave us a gift for that.
I think I gave you a gift because this was an incredible accomplishment and definitely towards that goal. However, the thing is still alive.
Oh,
For now, anyway.
crazy. All right. Well, our goal was to stop it, not kill it.
I thought it was to exterminate it.
Well, I joked that I changed it to explore, encounter, and exterminate because I'm a 4X joker. But I
Right.
guess that's the goal. Then, okay, time to go punch more evil.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to deal with it later. But, well, one way or another, let's go ahead and talk about what happened last time. There was a brutal brawl in Willow Spring, going up and down the central street, fighting terrifying floating bulbous monsters that would take the party up into the air and try to strangle them, and massive numbers of reanimated puppets that were punched to dust by the entire crew. Mysterious woman in black who was there to save them. Also, a lot of fire bombs were used incredibly effectively. And there was this one accordion, but you know what? That doesn't matter right now. What matters is that most of the crew is on their way back to Dracoga because, well, things went a little bit tits up. So everyone's going to go back, recover for a little bit, and relax. But this leaves us back at Dante. Uh, and Dante, you have been in your theater for a while. Did you want to say something there?
No, sorry, I was hitting my push to talk, which is also the. I was trying to search the document. Don't worry about me.
Okay, that's fair. Dante, you were in your theater and you have been waiting several hours patiently for something, but it hasn't occurred. And last I recall, you were maybe getting confused, impatient, or otherwise, or whatever you want to be feeling right now. Uh, when you hear a door creak open,
Okay. And I see.
and you see standing on the other side of your theater at the door a large, muscular, intimidating badger. It is Sikovek. Dante.
Are you doing an impersonation of me?
Amusing. No.
You're really
I mean, the funny
early.
part is Dante's accent is fake.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know that he would know that. Also, his accent is a different country than the fake one I'm faking.
Yes, I'm from Czechoslovakia.
Well, I mean more that I thought he was Russian. Anyway.
Or Russia, it doesn't matter. You never really asked him. Uh, and I keep forgetting his accent because I haven't had him do a whole lot talking yet. Um, he looks at you. I am here for something. And he holds up one of the flyers you put out there.
I kind of expected you were going to pull out the dagger.
Not today. More important things. And he puts both of his hands on the flyers and he just rips it clean through the center and lets the paper fall to the floors. I am here with ultimatum. Do not mess with Miss Osborne.
It's too late for that. She's on her way, I know.
Is she now? She told me she would not be so foolish or stupid to fall for such simple bait.
And yet, she will.
If you say so. However, I have been told to tell you this, and that is all that I plan to do today. You have your warning.
I mean, I don't say
But,
anything more to him, and I'm not gonna call my boys on him because he has the power of mind magic. So,
though the thought has crossed my mind, perhaps she is being too lenient. Maybe I just kill everyone here today. But I'll do you a favor. I'll not kill you here today. So you do favor then, yeah?
I think not.
A simple favor. Do not think you will say no.
There's no reason to do a favor for you. Do you not remember the covenant that we entered into? You should not cross me, I think.
I do. And I remember that you have just thrown it away. So I have heard.
Do not believe all the things that you hear.
I still trust Bunark. Even if I do not intend on the conquest of all. It was never my goal anyway. But it's simple. all I want you to do, if you see the woman in black again, tell her to stay away from me.
Why don't you
I'm
just
no
like
longer interested.
Why don't you just like leave a note or something? It seems to be infinitely easier.
Well, I'm already here, and you are friends. Goodbye, Dante. Do not interfere with us.
Tell the coward that I am waiting for her. She will come.
And I shall wait for you. And he will go ahead and walk out of the theater. The rest of your crew kind of looks at you and kind of shrugs and goes, "Did you get him, boss? He's turned his back. He's clearly threatened you."
I mean, I'll just hold up a hand. You know, the hold motion.
Alright, you hold, and you stay strong. So I'll go ahead and, ask, what would you want to do at this point?
I guess I'm waiting for tomorrow. I know what time of day it's supposed to happen, but apparently God is a real asshole. I don't know what to say.
You know the time, but not the date.
Well, I know what time of year. I could make educated guesses by the position of the sun. I mean,
This is
literally,
true.
there's a lot to tell me when it's supposed to happen. And the last thing I was told was soon. So, I'm going to continue to operate under all assumptions that I have been operating under before until told otherwise. And
Okay.
not by an NPC.
Well, still one way or another. So it sounds like, what are you going to leave the theater for the day and go home? Or what's your plan?
No, it doesn't behoove me to go home because if people see me at home, they'll think everything is alright. And the last thing I told people was, get out of here, it's dangerous.
Well, in that case, let's go ahead and zoom on back to, Claudia and crew. Zechariah and Edmund, you are going to be dropped off back at your home. Is that acceptable to you?
I mean, I assume Zechariah is still unconscious, so he can't protest one way or another.
Awfully true. You're still a little short on blood, I think.
And
Yeah.
not to mention, you mentioned my arm was. I probably need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I think we're going to the hospital.
Straight route. Sal and Timothy are in the car with you. They would also like to be dropped off first.
We're going to the hospital first, but thanks for asking.
I don't even remember when I got in this car.
You know what? I have deja vu on that too.
Yeah, you don't remember either?
No, I don't. It's just all blurry out there.
It's
That scene, you
still
know.
the same day, isn't it? Timothy, you remember what's happened, right? Yeah. Well, what happened? I don't know.
I forget who's driving. Who's our best driver again?
I mean,
Okay, so you're taking us to the hospital.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yes,
So a lot of you will head to the hospital to get checked out. You have, of course, a beaten and broken arm and massive bite wounds, exhaustion, as well as I don't think anyone got shot with any bullets or anything. I'm trying to remember like what everyone's injuries were.
No, what took Jericho out?
The ritual took too much blood, basically.
Oh, right. So you're exsanguinated. Okay.
Yeah.
And he
Uh,
was the one who saw the vision of it moving to Triskelion. So we'll have to wait for him
Zach,
to
and he is not awake to tell the party that, unfortunately.
Yup.
exactly.
so a lot of you are in the hospital. When they admit you, they're going to be slightly inquisitive. As so, wait, what? So what all happened to you to cause these injuries?
The power's out in Willow Springs, and there was a riot.
A riot? Oh, that's terrible. Here, let us go ahead and patch you up. You know,
Yeah, it's terrible.
these
Like
strikers must just be spreading out everywhere. They're here in Chicago, then they're out in the boonies too now. It's only lucky they didn't do more damage. But go ahead and roll me a deceit on that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking,
Will deceit.
I can't really contradict them. I don't have a cover story.
Yeah, go ahead and take a bonus D8 because they're willing to buy it.
Womp womp.
But I've never seen anyone bite someone like this before, just during a riot multiple times. What happened to you?
Look, I feel compelled to tell you, I'm a very rich woman. I can pay lots. Cost money is no object to heal my friend.
Just go ahead and roll me the D12. Unless, of course, you want to roll negotiation in with it too. This is just straight bribery.
Well, I was just gonna tap wealth.
You know what? Yeah, just go ahead and tap well. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll
You
just
spend the money.
say,
He goes,
like,
I have been thinking maybe I could go join the strikers if I had enough money. And he goes ahead and pulls them in.
yeah, because he might be asking, like, seriously, your friend's all exsanguinated. That doesn't sound like a riot. It's like, look, I'll pay you lots of money. Shut up and heal my friend.
And they will go ahead and get to work. And probably within like about an hour, Zechariah is finally actually fully conscious.
There's probably enough. I guess there's enough blood to transfuse.
Yeah, they have some on hand. They transfuse some extra in once they see the state he's in.
Yeah, 'cause I
They were
know
probably
blood-
doing it while they were talking with.
Blood typing is a thing at this time period.
Yeah, they run a test. They make sure it's safe. They're not going to murder him. Is ultimately the thing. They'll start wrapping your wounds. They'll try to help reset your shoulder, James.
Oh yeah, I don't even know why I even said that. Blood type's been around for over 20 years. All right.
Yeah. And Claudia, did you get injured?
Yes, but I'm walking it off.
Yeah, you're not even. You're just pretending nothing's happened to you.
I mean, I did get physically injured because I deliberately didn't want to tap disbelief soak.
He will look at you, and even if you're pushing against the idea that you're not injured, you did throw a lot of money his way, and he's willing to offer you some morphine.
Down some.
Precisely. But none of you are necessarily better. However, you are at least feeling a little bit better, or at least like you're not going to. And
The phrase is feeling no pain.
and Zechariah is at least conscious. You do have a hospital bed at the moment, but they say that as long as you don't do anything strenuous and you take in enough liquid, and here, follow this and take one of these, then you should be fine. You should stay in bed for at least 2 weeks. Though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call you guys a cab. Well, actually, I don't have to call you a cab. You guys have your own car. You can just drive yourself.
Not anymore. They don't.
What happened to the car?
Oh wait,
no. Actually, no. They drove.
I thought Three Eyes fixed Edmund's car.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my car's trash.
Speaking of, when you went into the hospital, did you keep an eye on what Three Eyes was up to?
I mean, Zach was unconscious, so he didn't, obviously.
I was more worried about getting Zach help than anything, you know.
Did he ride all the way with us to the hospital?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell are we going to show him off at the hospital? Oh, sorry. Yeah, if he rode all the way to the hospital, then yeah, I'm admitting him to the emergency ward. You have to help my friend. He's previously injured.
He's not going to be willing to go on site. He seems insistent on staying in the car.
No, you've got to help my friend. I'm guessing at this point, Three Eyes will make a break.
Three Eyes will start the car, which, oddly enough, the keys are in Edmund's hand, and he will drive off with it.
Wow, he hotwired the car.
He just bashed on the hood a little bit, and then it started moving.
So he just stole Edmund's car, basically.
Right in the car.
In the distance, you can hear massive amounts of honking.
Time to go report your car stolen. He won't get far.
You hear the sound of screeching tires and a crash.
You see? Was I not right?
Calling, I need your money.
But you will have to call them a cab, but the car's gone.
Oh, he didn't. I guess he crashed and drove away. Yeah, well, go report your car stolen. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Claudia.
Hey,
You did
I
take
can't.
your
I can't believe he rode all the way back here with us. Apparently, you can see him too.
I
saw what he did to my car.
do believe you have your bike though, and you did take that out of the boot, so it's not in the stolen car right now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can't have my moped. I need the moped. I need it more than ever because my car was total trash.
You can ferry one person on the moped, but
No,
Zechariah
guys, just
probably
call
needs
yourselves a cab. You can call yourselves a cab, or you could hang out with me here in the hospital. We've got morphine.
Are you planning to spend the night in the hospital?
Zach, James probably is because of the armament.
Right, and also I think you guys would care about Zach, so we would stay
Mhm.
here until Zach got conscious again.
Yes, I'm saying
Yeah.
so.
It only took a few hours for him to become conscious again, at the very least. And like I
He's
was saying,
going
the doctor is
to-
willing to say that you could probably go home and rest the rest of it off, but you would need to do all of these steps.
Well, you should call your insurance agent to report that your car was stolen at gunpoint.
Yeah, he did still have that shotgun, didn't he?
He has a shotgun. We have released a three-eyed troll into the city armed with a shotgun and apparently a gift for tools.
Gremlins 1920s edition.
Yes, we've released the Kremlin.
Zach is too dazed and disoriented to be making much sense of any of this right now.
The
I'm
important
gonna call
thing
it-
is that you're okay,
He's probably
Zach.
like in a cold sweat.
Right, your friend should. The doctor, when he
I can't
brings
stand to see him like, Doctor, why aren't you giving my friend more morphine?
Yeah. We'll go ahead and explain. Well, he did lose quite a lot of. Well, not quite enough to do any lasting damage. If we hold him overnight, we can make sure that there's nothing else wrong with him, and be here at a moment's notice should anything happen.
Well, I'll
So, of course, my recommendation would be to stay. And well, there is a chair if you want to stay there.
what?
I'll
I get
just
a
point to
bed.
a
I'm
chair.
also in. Screw you guys. I got a bed.
You were refusing help, remember?
Well, I'm gonna stay here. I get a bed.
Well, you did make a sizable donation. There
Yeah,
are
out of
3
this
other
bed,
beds in this
poor
room.
person. Rich people are here now. Flip.
You can stay in these beds then.
chair.
I mean, more seriously, yeah, if there's a chair, I can stay in that too. But yeah, I am actually. I forget how
James
I
has, of
actually.
course, recommended an actual hospital bed.
How did I get injured? Did I get squeezed by a tentacle or did I fall? I can't remember.
I think you got mostly squeezed.
I think it's squeezed, so I think I probably have. Like,
Zach got
fractured.
squeezed a bit as well.
Yeah, I think I have fractured ribs. So
Yeah.
Taking a chair, so you know the whole drama thing, standing behind Zachariah's bedside, all that.
And of course, I'll go ahead and say, since Sal and Timothy aren't needed at the hospital, they've called a cab and have left. So yeah, it's mostly a pleasant stay at the hospital. Nothing terrible seems to really happen to you, and I keep prodding Zechariah since he was asking when he becomes conscious. Zechariah, was there anything you wanted to say now that you're conscious?
Probably not in the hospital where the doctors are listening.
Okay, that's fair. That's what I've been fishing for a little bit.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered that you're not going to say terrible occult secrets in public, Dante, you
Like I'm lucid enough not to go spouting that sort of stuff at least.
yeah. So the lot of you will spend the night at the hospital, including the uninjured Edmund. Actually, yeah, you did get clawed at a little bit last time, Edmund. But you don't remember how or why. But
Yeah,
you only need to be treated for some surface wounds. You're mostly scratched up.
They have rooms on me?
Yeah.
Oh, rooms, I'm sorry.
Yeah, until you actually looked in the mirror, you didn't even really realize it.
What kind of rooms do I have?
Quite a lot. It's as if you've been scratched up by glass and sharp fingernails.
Oh, rooms. I thought you meant like rooms, like, scripture.
Uh, Wait, what was that?
I thought you said rooms, RUNES.
Oh, yeah, no. But yeah, no,
Yeah, that's
but you do get wrapped up, but they don't say that you need to stay, but you can stay with everyone else.
yeah, I'll do that for sure. Especially with Zach.
Um, Dante, uh, do you ever return to your home?
No, I can't.
No.
I mean, I don't know why Timothy would either.
Oh, well, you'll get a call eventually to the theater after a while. You'll hear their phone ringing.
Alright, I'll answer the phone.
Uh, you'll answer, and it's Sal. Hey, boss.
What's up, Sal?
Well, a little bit of this and that. I remember going to Willow Springs, but the last thing I remember is leaving Willow Springs with a bunch of other people who were all cut up. I think one of them had their arms broken. I think I remember one of them. Wasn't one of them one of your friends? Was it James? Yeah, I think that was his name. Yeah, he's the one with the broken arm. We
Did
were
he,
all driving back and they said it wasn't safe there.
did he
And
say he
I
was
don't
my
even
friend, or are you saying that?
Well, I remember seeing him with you at least once.
Okay. Who else was
It's
there?
been such a long campaign, I don't remember exactly who may or may not have exactly seen what sometimes. But yeah, I've seen him with you before at least once, I think. But he looked pretty bad. Uh, they're over down at the Tragoga Central Hospital right now, and I'm here with Timothy. I thought maybe you'd show up after a few hours. I didn't think you had anything scheduled for today. So I decided I'd try calling the theater and see if you were there, since I can't just leave Timothy alone.
Tell me, Sal, do you remember the place that we used to stay at down in South America? The small little entertainment city on the
Yeah, and I remember the little Cabrera too. Wow, that was a
right.
great place.
Right, I am going to wire you some money, and I would hope for you to take Timothy there.
To South America?
Yes.
Boss, you gotta be insane. You got a show coming up next week.
Yes, I will deal with that. Do not worry.
Uh, and I guess more's the point. I'm not this kid's father.
I understand this. This is why I will wire you a lot of money.
I mean, actually, that's a good question. Who's this kid's father?
Are you saying you will not help me, Sal?
I mean, I just want to understand what's going on, boss. Why South America? Gosh, I remember feeling anxious like this before, but I can't remember why.
I need you to be somewhere safe, Sal. That is all.
I mean, if you say so, boss. Like I'll go out there and I'll wait for you to give me a call or something. But are you sure it's legal to take the kid?
You'll be fine. Do not worry. Timothy knows what's going on.
Dude, Adam's law is like 60 years away.
Oh well, all right, boss. I'll start getting on that. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, before you go, could you swing by the local library and pick up... I'm sorry, it's a woman with a man's name and it gets me every time.
Oh, I think I know who she is. I went down to the library once or twice to go pick up a couple books.
Yes, if you could
I
pick
think I
her
know who.
up and offer to take her with you. Call it a vacation, whatever you need.
Well, I'll go talk to her and I'll see what she says. I'll keep you updated, boss.
Right, as I said, I will wire you the money.
All right, all right. And Sal will go ahead and finish off with whatever's going on, boss. I just hope you're safe.
And same for you.
All right, and sounds like he's gonna get to work. Time is passing. It's definitely evening now, and Dante will continue to stay at the theater.
Yeah, and I will wire Sal whatever I have left in my bank account.
Okay. Yeah, you can arrange that. There's some questions, but you are Dante, so you can go ahead and use your account. And the money will end up being wired in by tomorrow. And when the morning breaks, the hospital opens up, the front door is clear, and the news is here. With such exciting things as the gem collection coming to the Dracoga Museum of Natural History, the police dispersing strikers only for them to come back, the Red Company rounding up anarchists, the spectacle of the seance parlor coming to Dracoga, and at the very back, a fire has broken out in Willow Springs. Yesterday, a mysterious number of fires broke out in the small town of Willow Springs to the west of Dracoga after it had lost its telephone wire in a strange accident outside of town involving a 3-car pileup. Residents say it was a calm, dark day that expected rain, but yet managed to produce quite the opposite. The local fire department was able to put down the fires in a matter of hours once on the scene, and reports indicate that nobody appears to have been hurt despite it happening in the commercial center of town. It will have to undergo extensive repairs.
Wait, how would no one was hurt? Wow.
Residents also claim their local police department has gone missing. All 3 of these officers claim cannot be found at their homes or otherwise. To avoid speculation and panic, the Bureau of Investigation has confirmed it will be sending an investigator to the scene to keep order until the local police are found.
Huh. That's a violation of their jurisdiction, but interesting. Well, the people are missing, so they might assume that they've crossed federal law. Well, actually, we don't even have the Mann Act yet. This is a gross violation. Oh, well. I'm glad the town didn't burn down.
It's like, considering the fact that I nearly killed myself saving that town, yeah.
Never mind the vast evidence of arson.
I wonder what happened to the puppets. Did they disintegrate or just get or wander off?
You saw it in person. Once you beat them up, they disintegrated to dust.
Which I guess they could confuse for ash or debris.
But yes, there was very little holding them together. But it is a bright new day. And I have to ask, what are you all gonna do?
I gotta go report my car was stolen.
Same.
Zek
Let's
has
go together.
Zek
Yes, yes.
has a phone call to make.
All right. Let's go with the phone call first. Zechariah, who are you calling?
Zechariah is actually going to call his parents.
All right. Let me go ahead and get into the headspace of maybe your father picks up the phone. Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Zechariah. How's school been going?
Not so well. I don't know if you guys got my letter yet or not.
Oh, there's this one on the. Wait, I think she's bringing one in right now. Let me read it. And he'll take a little moment of silence. You can hear him ruffling the papers and grumbling louder. It's like, well, what's the meaning of this? Oh, this is good money to send you up to that school.
There's been some personal problems.
Personal
I've
problems? What kind of problems? You're not on that reefer madness, are you?
no, I've been having the nightmares again. The ones about Jasper.
Ah, the nightmares. You just gotta tough it up, son. I know. I know his loss hurts, and I still feel it too. But you're a man now. You can handle this.
I know I need to tough it out. I'm looking into alternate means to support myself. I have a friend who works for the papers who might be able to get me a job. I'm actually learning some photography.
Photography? Some art fancy pantsy stuff? Well, that's not for you. You're a smart kid. You can do better than that.
Well, regardless, I can't go back to Tricoga University.
Well, well, why not?
There are problems with one of the fraternities. They're making it very difficult for me to study there.
Well, you know what I told you when you went off. Just say no to those fraternities. Nothing but
It,
trouble.
it's not necessarily a matter of just saying no. They're very insistent. But anyway, I called because I know you and mom don't like to talk about that night, but I had something I needed to confirm.
What's that?
That night, you two weren't actually there, were you?
Uh, no, no, we weren't. We left your brother with you. He was supposed to be watching after you while we were at the theater.
Yeah, it's strange. I'd completely forgotten that it was just me and him in that house that night. I feel like I forgot something important.
Something important? Well,
He said he had something to show me, and I remember going into the basement, and the next thing I remember is the house being up in flames.
well, the basement was completely trashed after that. Couldn't even rescue any of my tools. They all melted.
It's probably not important. I just needed to call you guys so I could remember properly. I think if I can just get all the details of that night sorted in my mind, I'll finally be able to put it behind me.
Well, I I understand, son. If you need some time to rest and think about it, you do it. Uh, but I'm gonna call you back in a month, and we're gonna talk a bit more about this university business. And I swear, we're going to get you back studying.
Just not at Tricoga, please.
If it has to be, but send you even further out.
That might be for the best.
We'll talk about it.
All right. Love you, Dad. I need to get going.
I love you too, son. And no, go ahead and hang up for now.
And then he's assuming that Claudia is still present. He's going to say, once you've taken care of your business, we need to talk somewhere where there are less people listening in.
Well, I have a palatial mansion.
That was what he was implying.
Oh, good. I really wasn't considering buying a second palatial mansion at this time.
But I suppose Zach does not have his own car, so I think he's stuck with Edmund for the time being.
He's gonna look at you. Oh, so now I gotta get you a job now?
Hey, I told you I'd help with those photos, didn't I?
I guess I could give you something, like, free room and board,
It's like there's
food
a
in your
magazine too.
I just gonna snicker at you and wrap my arm around you and let's get going with Claudia.
So where all are you gonna go?
To report our car stolen.
Yeah, we gotta go to the police. A short, hairy man with an unusual face and a shotgun stole our cars.
Okay, you'll go and spend some time at the police department. They'll take your statements, they'll get the driver's license, and they'll confirm for your insurance so that you can get the money and get reimbursed.
I mean, we will describe. Well, I don't know about him, but I'm describing 3 Eye.
So short, so a kid, you mean?
No, he's a short, hairy, unpleasant man. Because Three Eyes is kind of hairy, right?
He's actually very smooth and very pink.
He was smooth. There was something weird about his face. It looked like he had 3 eyes. I can't describe it any other way. Maybe he had some sort of makeup or a strange mask or something.
Strange mask with 3 eyes.
He was clearly armed with a shotgun.
Armed and dangerous. Do you happen to know his they'll ask you about like the incident of like where it was stolen. Where exactly was this stolen?
I was on my way to Willow Springs.
Willow
See,
Springs.
unfortunately, like I have to let you in on this in the GM. I have to report my car stolen because it's like, oh, the FBI's getting involved. There's my car freaking sitting there in the middle of Willow
Yes.
Springs.
I'm acutely aware of that. So it's
So
good
I
that
wasn't
you're doing
going to
this.
say anything, but now it's like crap.
So you'll go ahead and still go through the motions, and I don't think they have any reason to like doubt you here.
No, but I will need a copy of the police report for the insurance company.
Right,
And-
and they'll give you the copies, and you can go ahead and make sure to file it. And Edmund, you know that you're going to have to file it through your employer because it was their car.
Yeah, actually, this is a
Right.
stroke of luck because
Good luck with that, buddy.
earlier I wasn't giving. This is a stroke of luck because if they can, there's got to be other witnesses who have seen eventually who will see 3 eyes running around because he's not he did crash the car leaving the hospital. So the good news is you'll be able to claim insurance because instead of active Eldritch God or whatever, it's now random hooligan.
Random, tiny,
You are insured, right? It's
horrifying
1920.
hooligan, but
It's 1920s and car insurance isn't mandatory yet, so you are insured, right?
The
hope
employer
so.
probably has it insured.
yeah, it's a company car, so
Oh my god, it's the company car.
Yes,
Sal is without a car now.
Even better. Well, then I don't feel as bad because it was the company car, so it's not like you lost anything.
that was my car technically.
I think you're a little iffy on this whole company thing, but tap some back. That's just the right way of thinking. Speaking as a rich person, thinking of things as your own, even when they're not, is the first step towards aristocracy.
DM, I have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
With all of my like paperwork and everything, can I even afford a junk car? Or
I'm trying to remember what those would be like priced at. You just kind of spent all of your money on a new apartment and lease on it.
Yeah, you can. I mean, at this time period, you can get car loans.
Yeah, so you can go for a loan, and that wouldn't be your own money, but you would have to actually continue to do work.
yeah, of course. I have to just keep my apartment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
you have the inside. Well, actually, no, because you don't remember what went on in Willow Springs, so you don't have the inside scoop there.
Technically, I do. I have you.
Like one of the incentives for us to learn crafting skills is I own a garage. If we could just learn crafting skills, we could start building our own freaking cars.
Yeah,
Start repairing all the bullet holes.
So we don't remember anything.
Only Edmund doesn't. And that's only because of specific circumstances out of game, but you do have the excuse. It's because it was Willow Springs and you know exactly what was happening there that caused it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to lay all
And-
this down.
And how and where
Go ahead.
am I still staying in the hospital?
Well, that's a good question. Are you going to stay in the hospital? Everyone else wants to go and head to Claudia's.
I guess I can. I guess I can go.
As long as you keep your arms stiff, you should be fine, sir. But
Wait,
if
do
you need
know
any
about
further medical assistance, you can always return to the hospital, or we can make a house call.
is the doubled vision normal?
You should continue sitting and not actively standing for a few days. In fact, I'd recommend bed rest for at least another week.
I'll keep that in mind.
Zachariah can stay at the hospital as long as he needs.
Yes.
But Zechariah also has pressing matters he needs to discuss that he can't do in a hospital. If he needs bed rest, he can go back to the apartment and rest at the apartment.
Are you checking out of the hospital?
I mean, I assumed we were leaving the hospital. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
I can get you a private room in the hospital. What do you need to
Yeah.
do?
I don't know. It's like
I mean, what is it you need to do at home?
there's nothing pressing I need to do at home. I just need somewhere we can talk where doctors are not listening in.
Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, we have a private room. We'll just kick
Yeah.
everybody out.
I mean, that works as well.
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
No, we'll come in. We'll bring you a basket of muffins.
Yeah.
As you do.
So Zek is kind of gonna be looking at the window, and he's like, "I saw something when the ritual ended."
Oh, well, here's a camera.
No, not. I don't mean like that. The entity's not dead. It's
Oh.
moving. It's moving east towards the city.
Oh, okay. Wait, it can move?
Well, that ritual, it was meant to drive the entity out of Willow Springs. It can't
So-
it can't go back to Willow Springs, but that doesn't mean it can't move elsewhere and cause trouble elsewhere.
The temple.
Huh. Well, wait a minute. You say it's moving. We're only 20 minutes away, and it's been 24 hours. It should have been here by now.
Willow Springs is a few hours away.
Even then, it's like, it's been 24 hours. Why wouldn't it be here already? People would have seen it.
Would you like to make a mind academics geography check?
I will.
I can make mind academics at least.
Me too.
You can put your heads together.
There's one
Hey.
success.
Just a minute. I accidentally got myself.
Oh, wow. 2 successes. It pays to be a genius. Did I mention I'm up my mind trade up to D12 while no one was looking?
You're super intelligent. You just don't know anything.
Just a minute.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and total these up. Why not?
Science.
Yeah, mind academics and geography.
Does this? I guess this doesn't count as research.
Nope, this wouldn't be research. This would be more or less speculation.
Okay.
Hey, we got it pretty good. You remember from the last time you went underground and you pushed the hunt. You rescued all of the Huntress's victims. It took about a week for that thing to move about 20 minutes towards Willow Springs, if it was directly under that spot before.
So it's very slow moving.
So if you were to maybe extrapolate that and say, well, it's about a 2-hour car drive, maybe it might take about 6 weeks.
I mean, if it's a 2-hour car drive, so we're about 100 miles away.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Okay, so it's coming to the
moving.
city.
And I don't want to think what something like that can do to a city this big.
I didn't know it could move. That kind of kiboshed my original plan of just blowing up the city.
Well, it can't go back to Willow Springs. The ritual made sure of that.
And it's coming here. Well, what kills the darn thing?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well,
There's
I have a
something
plan.
else I feel I need to mention as well.
I think. Go ahead.
Ever since that ritual, I can't reach my power. I think I'm going to have to make do with being an ordinary college student for a little while.
Wow. Well, I don't pretend to understand how personal magnetism works, but Look, you lost a lot of blood, so I imagine the other substances in the humors in your body that give you this preternatural power might also just be depleted. I'm sure with plenty of bed rest and good food, so have a muffin. We can replenish your electrolytes or whatever.
It's like do people know about electrolytes in the 1920s? I don't even know.
Plants crave.
What plants crave? Everyone knows that.
And then we can find you a nice job so you can pay rent, everything will be great.
I can't get over strychnine. Strychnine just like everyone using strychnine as a stimulant. That's cracking me up.
I think I'll stick with caffeine. I saw what strychnine did to those.
Yeah, healthy strychnine.
Get
But
your
Zach's
morphine, your free morphine.
Zach's reasonably smart. He can find a part-time job somewhere.
Okay, they've known about electrolytes since 1884.
Okay, it's like
Right.
fair enough.
Okay.
But the concept of hydration is like disputed. Am I the only one who watches John Boy's videos? The chart party and that kind
I'm not sure I've heard of him.
the concept of water making you feel better is like still debated at this time. It's like he's thirsty. Maybe we should give him some water. No, water's the worst thing for him. Just make him sicker. Give him some booze
Oh, God.
and strychnine.
Yes, that's exactly what I need right now. Lots and lots of vodka.
I would totally do that for you. Come on, Evan. Or is it-
I'm pretty
Anyway.
sure by this period a reputable doctor would know to give people water and not alcohol. But other than that, anyway, like I said,
I think we've gone pretty far off track here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you've been exhausted both mentally and physically. So I'm sure that at some point your powers may return.
Everyone slowly puts down the medical textbook left in your room. So I will ask, so what do you plan to do then?
Zechariah is on bed rest for at least another week.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have someone go pick up your mail.
You do have like your other soaks refresh, the ones that will refresh on rest and all that.
Right. Distress
her-
soak I think is a chapter. So have we crossed a chapter yet?
Not just yet.
Okay, so distress soak will stay tapped. So if you tap distress
Yeah.
soak, that's still tapped out.
So reckoning soak and my power dice are still tapped out, but I get hurt soak or injury soak back.
Wow, I thought this chapter was closed, but it turns out just something even more horrible.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is I'm sure that if the creature came to a city as big as Tricoga, that people would react to it because I don't think it can overwhelm anything. On the other hand, a lot of people would get hurt.
Oh yeah. No, like I said, I don't relish the thought of doing something like the hunt in a city this big.
Well, I know of at least 3 people in the city who can help us.
Zechariah, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Can't we just do the ritual here before it gets there so they can't come here?
I don't think it works like that.
It only kicks it out once it's here.
It's like the
Well,
ritual.
yeah.
The ritual only works if we can strike out at the creature in some way. And in
Gotcha.
order to do that, it has to be here.
Well, listen, you get your rest. That's the most important thing. I'm sure, I don't want you to lose any sleep over this. You get your bed rest and get better. We'll make
Yeah.
this right.
It's like as soon as I'm back to full power, I'm going to be back on the front lines with you guys. You know that, right?
Well, I think the important thing right now, well, first of all, I think we should, in fact, you get your bed rest. And here, if you really need to read something to keep you on the case, there's 2 things you should be doing. One is you should be writing down a true account of everything you witnessed so we can publish in a book so that some adventurers 50 years down the road can find this book and read it to help solve the mystery.
Yeah, keeping my own journal might not be a bad idea.
The other thing is we should here's J. I'm going to go ahead and give you JN's journal, the vampire guy that we punched to death, which by the way was awesome.
Mhm.
He might. Yeah, I think we've already read all of his notes and gotten all his magic stuff that wasn't stolen. But hey, this might be some good reading. And he was a vampire, so maybe he knew something.
Right. You have the rituals there, you have all of his knowledge, all of his research. You've basically collected every single thing he's done over like the past century at this point. And of course, you have all the details for the temple down below there too, so you got plenty to read.
Right. I'll
Mhm.
get you a portable typewriter so you can go ahead and start typing the story. Remember, we have a magazine to publish, and we need to inform the public.
Oh yeah, no, Zek will definitely get to work recounting the events to the best of his knowledge.
Well, as much as it pains me to say it, there is one person I think who would have the knowledge to stop this creature.
Please don't tell me it's who I'm thinking you're going to say.
Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, okay, good. not my first choice, but not the worst case scenario.
Well, he was already able to produce this helmet, which was successful to block off the creature's mind-affecting radiation. So, I would think that given the proper tools and information and resources, Mr. Wonderful could create something that could kill the creature.
We can only hope. We don't know where he went, though.
That's the problem. That's where you guys come in. You guys are investigators. I mean, I know you're a debunker, James, but you're still a reporter. So we could start searching the city. More than ever, it's important to find Mr. Wonderful. And failing that, I have a feeling that if we can't find Mr. Wonderful, he's probably in or near Janet Osborne.
Not her again. She has some questions to answer about my brother.
I'm sure that even though Osborne is a terrible person who is willing to hurt other people, I'm sure Osborne would also recognize that the creature presents a greater threat to her criminal empire. And perhaps she could be reasoned with to help us destroy the creature.
Really disgusts me working on the same site as her, but you might be right about that.
And I also would curse her sudden and inevitable betrayal. But perhaps if she were to try and sort of bind the creature to her own will. But I suspect that would be more amusing than effective, as it would probably consume her and give her megalomaniacal nature a comeuppance.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Well, it's like you guys, I assume, have business you need to take care of. I'll be okay in the hospital by myself.
All right. And as usual, don't hesitate to ask me for resources. Although, considering that my car was destroyed, we went on had this expensive hospital stay and some other things. I'm a little strapped for cash at the moment.
It's like you strapped for cash. I never thought I'd see the day.
Money works in strange ways. So
Wouldn't know. My parents were not rich.
yeah. I mean, my resources aren't unlimited. So it's agreed we need to start searching the city for Mr. Wonderful.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see what I can do from here.
All right, then let's do it, and let's promise to keep ourselves in the loop. One of us should also probably call Dante to check in on. I'm a little surprised Dante hasn't tried to reach us.
So let's go ahead and start from the top. Claudia, what are you going to do?
I am not going to go looking for Mr. Wonderful.
Wow.
As I told everybody else that I was going to help look for Mr. Wonderful, but I was unfortunately lying to them. I think there is somebody who could really help us against this creature.
What are you going to do?
That's Sikovic.
Oh.
Because as much as it pains me to admit it, Sikovic is a very powerful practitioner and has a vested interest in keeping the city empowered. I have to inform him that the creature is coming here because he's the most powerful mentalist I've ever met. And I've met Dante.
So you're going to go out and search for him on foot, or what's the plan here then?
Well, the last time we found him, it was at that building, right? What was that building again?
It was an apartment downtown.
All right, I'll just go there.
Okay. Along the way, you're driving on your moped now, right?
No, the moped is only for vigilante activities. I'll have to take a cab.
Okay, then. So you go ahead and take a cab. And along the way, you notice that traffic has actually come to a stop for a little while. It looks like some strikers are actually crossing the street and are moving downtown right now. And you can hear the pile up of cars here are now all honking their horns at them, wanting them to move. And you're stuck there for a few minutes. And while you're there, you notice something strange.